Welcome to the On Your Left podcast, brought to you by Trails of Mississippi, your ultimate guide to the thrilling world of trail running, hiking, and mountain biking. Join your host, Matt Clem, as we explore breathtaking trails, conquer challenging peaks, and dive into the adventures that await in the great outdoors. Get ready to lace up, gear up, and get inspired. Adventure is just around the corner. On your left.
Episode 30. Here we go. This is episode 30.
Episode
Isn't that wild?
I was on 5.
Were you?
Uh-huh.
And that was what, about a year ago, right?
Yeah, April, I think, of last year.
Wow.
Has it been that long? Good night, Minerva.
30. I remember, I do remember, like, you threw a stat out there, Daniel, like, if you can make it to, like, 12 episodes, you're, like, in the 75th percentile.
Yeah, well, 12 episodes is generally where people start looking for the ability to get sponsors. Hey, that's a big, like, 12 is really big.
So you're telling
Look at you, you're killing it with the sponsorship.
I have none. I just don't have the energy to go ask people.
I mean, you're one of those unique individuals that, like, you don't have to have sponsors in order to have a good time with it.
So Trails of Mississippi is a foundation. So we just give grants out to nonprofits that deal with outdoor parks and recs around the state. And so this is part of our program, is that we just do this, and which is kind of cool because there's no pressure. Like, I really don't care. I mean, I care, but I'm like not starving to get sponsorship and views and all that.
You don't have to hustle and you don't have to sacrifice anything.
No, not really.
And if I'm completely honest, I mean, the number one podcaster in the world, Joe Rogan, that's where he got started. When he was,
Just didn't care.
He went 5 years without ever knowing that anyone listened. Ever.
Really?
And he was not worried about money. He was not worried about anything. He did it because he genuinely enjoyed it, and he was curious about other people. And that's what you're doing.
I have not followed the analytics at all. I mean, every now and then I'll look on Facebook to see what the views are. Like, but
You and
even
Joe
now,
Rogan.
I think you can't
You
even.
and Joe, same.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doing it for the love.
Well, today is, and I had no clue. Today was Global Running
Day.
I had no clue.
Mm-hmm. I asked you if.
Well, I mean, it
Maybe
just
there
so
was-
happened that we scheduled you for today, but it's Global Running Day. So, Daniel, it's Global Running Day.
You know what I was just about to tell you? It's global warming. I've known that.
I guess so.
Come on,
So today it'll be a bunch of pub runs and people getting out and all that stuff, right?
Sure.
Well, today I wanted to have Claire Jungling on because this weekend is the Rez Loop Challenge. The Rez Loop Challenge, Daniel, takes place out on the reservoir. It does that little loop that goes down, was it Spillway all the way down to
471.
471. Comes back around, does the jetty on the way back, and it's a 12-mile? 11-mile loop.
The little loop.
It's
like
the
how you're
little
like,
loop?
That little loop.
Okay,
It's
so
11 miles.
So the Rez Loop Challenge is basically you do as many of those loops as you can in 12 hours.
Mhm.
And I
Same.
did it like 5 or 6 years ago.
Mhm.
I don't remember how many loops I did, 3 or 4. I don't remember. But
Pretty good.
wasn't bad.
Yeah. Most people do 1. Some
Okay.
people do 2. And then occasionally we have,
You said somebody
3,
did
4, 5.
6.
yes,
Who in the hell did that?
a guy, Brandon Alverson. This was,
Good Lord.
I don't remember what year it was. It was many years ago.
That's pretty good.
And he drove, he and another guy did 5 that year.
Uh-huh.
If I'm not mistaken, this guy was from Pensacola. Big difference. He drove from Pensacola that morning.
Mm-hmm.
It starts at 6. So he drove that morning and then did 6 loops.
That's like a 3.5,
And
4 hour
they're-
drive, isn't it?
Yeah, at
What, to
least.
Pensacola?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Longer
And
than that.
drove back at night. We let
Nice.
him take a shower in the gym next door.
Okay.
We're like, dude, you at least need a shower, and drove back. He was trying, I think he was training for Badwater. So he needed some stupid
Wow.
stuff. But
Well, Claire Jungling, she is one of the owners and operators of RunStrong, which is, what would we call it? I mean, it's
running gym.
It's a running gym.
It's a running gym.
Remember the gym that you drive by all the time?
Yeah,
Daniel?
the
Yeah.
one.
We never saw you at.
You
Right
never
next-
joined.
Hey, I was there. I must have been there after hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody was ever.
So it's a running
What's
gym
going
right
on?
there by the
Dollar General and
that's
Spillway.
right,
Right?
Spillway right there. It's a
Mhm.
running gym.
So you do know where it is.
So
law
RunStrong,
sergeant
it's a
over.
running gym. It's a
Mhm.
membership-based gym.
Yeah.
You guys have group runs every week, and then also you guys have started doing some different races. Obviously, the
I mean, we started a long time ago.
started a
doing
while
races,
back.
Yeah.
Well, the big thing is the Death by 5K.
Yes.
You
Mhm.
guys are doing that all over the
We
country.
have 11 locations right now
Oh my God!
across the country. Albuquerque was this past weekend.
Really?
And then we did Iowa 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got
And you do it in Vegas.
we got Vegas in January.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That was fun. That was beautiful.
And then you got one coming up here,
In August.
and it's sold out.
Oh, very much
Somebody
so.
said it was sold out.
Oh,
How
very
many
much
people
so.
do you cap that thing at?
Ooh, that one I should know. I don't off the top of my head. It may be 80 because
Why
that was
do
our
you
small
cap it?
one. Because we're in a parking lot. Like that
Oh,
one is
it's a
at
parking
RunStrong.
situation.
Well, at RunStrong, right. So
Okay.
RunStrong, we're not that big. And, we've got our gym, but it's, and we.
Are you signed
serve
up for
food and
that,
stuff.
Nancy?
Yes.
Okay. So, so RunStrong, a ton of stuff coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Rez Loop. You guys do
Constantly.
coaching, everything. So, I wanted to bring you on to promote the Rez Loop
Right.
challenge, which I am signed up for. I'm gonna come out and do it. I don't
You're
know.
going to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a good time.
The dumb fun.
It'll be fun.
Dumb fun.
But then talking with Claire, I said, I think it would be a good idea. Could we bring one of your clients out or one of your runners? Somebody, because I know you guys have a ton of runners that are newer and that,
Everything.
let's inspire some people. I mean, I know several people that I've thought about bringing on, like Chris Merck is somebody that I'm thought about bringing on because I know his story's been pretty cool. Jennifer Ballas, I know she does a lot of stuff. But then you immediately said, I've got a lady. And so,
good.
and I've never met Nancy. Nancy Hines is here. So your story is pretty cool. And Daniel, we usually don't talk about women's ages, right? We've gotten in trouble for that. But Nancy is in her 60s.
Yes.
And you waited till you were in your 60s to start running.
I did.
That's pretty cool. So you never really ran before then at all?
No. I never played sports ever. I was in the band in
Mhm.
high school. Did Orange Theory.
Yeah.
And I won an entry into a training program for the Turkey Trot in 2024.
The turkey trot that takes place at Fleet Feet,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On
And that's a
Thanksgiving.
5-mile run.
Yes, it's 8K.
So through Orange Theory,
Mm-hmm.
you run a training plan. You won a training plan.
Yes.
Was the training plan with RunStrong?
It was with Fleet Feet.
Oh, okay.
For the
Oh,
turkey
that's
trot.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. So did you do that?
I did.
Okay. You did the whole training. How long was the training plan?
It was 12 weeks.
Okay.
Started in September.
And at that point, you weren't running at all.
I would jog on the treadmill,
Uh huh.
at Orange Theory only.
Yeah.
But I'd never run outside. I was the type of person, if you saw me running, you better run too because something's after me, So
Sure.
I had never run outside. It's a big difference running outside versus the treadmill. And I had only jogged on the treadmill,
Okay.
Not consistently. So yeah, I started that. It was difficult. It was a struggle. It really was.
But you hung in for the whole 12 weeks.
I did. And I was talking to Daniel beforehand and was telling him I didn't love running. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people that was not love at first run, but I loved the people that I met in the running community. I absolutely loved the people. They were very supportive, very genuine, very encouraging. And so that's why I continued, because I remember one time we would getting ready for the, to go to the run training program. And I was just whining about it to my husband. And he was like, why are you doing this if you hate it so much? And I said, because I love the people that
Sure.
I've met. And I've got to go run to be with these people because that's what they do. And so I stuck with it because of the community, the running community. But gradually, I got better, a little better,
Mhm.
and it got a little easier. And gradually, I told Daniel beforehand, I can't say I love it, but I enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. And then I I did that training program, and I didn't run again for 3 months.
So you did the 5 mile.
I did.
How did that go?
It was hard.
Yeah.
Of my daughter came up and ran it with me.
Mhm.
She had run in the past, and she ran it with me, so that was fun, having her there with me. But it was tough, and I'd never been in a race ever, and I started out way too fast because the adrenaline. They all did all the things they tell you don't do. They're like, slow down, don't. But the run day jitters, I just took off. And my daughter tried to. She caught it. She was like, slow down, you're going too fast. And I think I said something like, I've been training for this, and just kept on. And Jimmy Giles, it
Mhm.
was my pacer during that training, and he saw my daughter, and he's like, where's your mom? And she's like, oh, she's way up there. And so he said, oh Lord, let me go catch her, and he came and he caught up with me, and he's like, come on, slow down. And he stayed with me the whole time and made sure I stayed in check, so and I was able to do it and slow down and watch my pace
When was
better.
this?
That was 2024.
Okay, so 2 years ago.
Yes,
Is that right? Wait,
it will
no.
be 2 years. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
coming
year
up
and a
on 2
half.
years.
Yeah, year and a half.
Got it.
Yeah.
So after that, you did it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then you just were like, I'm done.
Well,
You didn't do it again
I
for
had
3
been
months.
I was battling a foot injury that
Oh.
I had prior.
Okay.
And so I had to get injections in my foot
Mm.
for 3 months, and they were like, no running, nothing.
Mhm.
So I didn't do anything. And then I did the training program for the big run, which is Global Running Day, which is tonight, actually. The
Okay.
big run. And so I started back in March, and I ran. And then over the summer, I ran a little here and there, not really anything consistent. And then I did the turkey trot again.
Mhm.
And then after the turkey trot, I was like, I'm kind of like, I'm starting to enjoy this a little bit, but I want to get better, and I want to get a little faster. I was doing more of the run walk at that point.
Mhm.
I'd run for 3 minutes, walk a minute, whatever. And so somebody put me in touch with Claire and RunStrong, and so I joined them in December of last year.
Okay.
And then I remember telling Claire that my goal was a 10K, and I said,
It's
and
only an extra mile.
that's a lot.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get it.
So I wanted to do a 10K, and I told her, when they curate your training program,
Yes.
and so which is great. And at the time I was like, I'm a run walker, and
Mhm.
Claire's like, why do you just think you can't do it? And I'm like, I don't know, it's just what I do. And she's like, I think you can run it. And so I started training as a runner.
So you joined the gym.
And
I did.
let me say this. We have a lot of run walkers, a lot of walkers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's no problem. I
No.
have no problem with walking. I
Right.
walk. Yeah, so that's fine. But I do think that sometimes people do run walking because they're either afraid to try to
Right.
run the whole
Yes.
thing,
Yeah.
or they are going too fast when they do run.
Sure.
So if somebody's like, no, this is, I'm comfortable with this, it's totally fine. But I
Mhm.
think in Nancy's case, she was like, well, I just think I can.
So
I don't think I
Right.
can run the whole thing.
So you're saying a lot of run walkers, when they pick up the run, they're running too fast.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. Has nothing to do with this, but in our neighborhood, a bunch of people have been fussing for speed bumps. I don't know. This sounds stupid, but this comparison, I immediately went to
We're
this.
following.
So in our neighborhood, some people were like, we need speed bumps. So they came out and did a study. And we used to have a bunch of stop signs. Well, they ended up taking up a lot of the stop signs, and they said no to the speed bumps, because what happens, and this is coming from, I guess, MDOT or whatever,
Mhm.
but the studies show that when you have more speed bumps or more stop signs, what happens?
People speed
People
up.
They
speed
haul
between,
ass in between 'em.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they go too fast, which makes it
Mhm.
unsafe. So instead of putting speed bumps in, they ended up taking up most of the stop signs,
Uh-huh.
which was great for me because I can get out of there a little quicker because having to stop all
Because
the
you're just
time.
hauling ass anyway.
Yeah, maybe. But I guess the same thing. So
Yeah.
people who run walk.
Yeah, and I think that's a common problem for a lot of runners. I would even say experienced runners is they're not enjoying it because they're going too fast. And that's
Yeah.
a lot of what we do is like slow,
Mhm.
easy miles.
That's the hardest thing for me.
Yeah,
is the slow
it's
miles.
going slow.
It
And
is.
so they go too fast and then they have to walk. And it's not there's a whole obviously like there's a whole subset of people who do run walk, and that's fantastic.
Sure.
And like I said, no problem with that. I'm only talking about the people who are doing it because they're
Yeah.
like, can't go. They go too fast and they're like, and then they have to walk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you've been working on your cadence, slowing it
Yes.
down, staying more
Yes.
consistent. So what have we done since December? I
Yes,
think
Nancy.
I saw in your bio you've done a few
Tell us, Nancy.
5Ks.
So I've done several 5Ks.
Okay.
How many times have you PR'd?
I'm not sure.
So you keep
lot.
getting better and
I
better.
do. I've actually won or placed in
Look
my
at
age
you.
group, which is surprising.
Isn't that-
There was a period there in March. So every week I try to do weekly wins, and so I try to post pictures from the week of things that
Uh-huh.
we've done, and then things people are proud of, and just like generally brag on our folks, our runners, our running family. And there was a period there for several months, and where I was like every week it was Nancy placed in her age group. Nancy got a PR. Nancy did this, and it's so fun for me to get to
Mhm.
watch that. We were kind of
Mhm.
talking about this before. And Nancy had said, I don't have anything interesting to talk about. And I said,
don't.
but I said, that is not true, because it is and this is a rewarding part of my job.
Mhm.
It's so much fun to get to watch somebody who is running, consistently for the first time and really learning to love or just enjoy, maybe
Mhm.
not love.
I'm
You'll get
getting
there.
I'm getting
You'll
there.
get And they're getting to the point where they love it. And like I've said, it's like, we don't get to do that often. Most people don't get to do that often. Is you don't get to relive what it was like to learn about running and to learn about the love of running and learn make mistakes and get experience and wisdom and stuff and ask people questions. You don't get to relive that, but you get to a little bit of that magic from watching somebody do it. And I
Mhm.
get to do it a lot, and that's one of my favorite things about my job. And so watching Nancy get to do that, and she's like, "Oh, if I do this, I get this." And I've been doing the consistent training, and I'm like, it's like the training works,
It does.
Well, if you want my opinion, I mean, I just now meeting you. You did mention that you have a daughter. You're a wife. My guess is that a lot of your life you've lived pretty selflessly, right?
Well,
I mean,
As a
not
mom.
not
Tell
even
us how
knowing-
great you are, please.
but
Of
as a
course,
mom,
yes.
as a wife, you've probably
Nancy's not gonna say that.
you've
but I know
probably
Nancy
you've
is.
probably had to spend a lot of your life worrying in helping others, right? And what you're doing, you deserve it.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I mean, it's running can be selfish, but at the same time, I think all of us deserve a little bit of that. And then when
Healthy
you're
selfish.
hitting
Right.
when you're hitting these like little goals for yourself, I know that feels good.
It did. You're asking what I've done since then. So before I ever ran my 10K.
Well, let me
go
go
ahead.
back.
You can
Let me
go
go
ahead.
back. So Nancy came in December, and we were training for Run the Rainbow, and she and another lady, Susan,
Mhm.
kind of came together, and they were like, we're thinking about doing the half, and we're thinking about doing this, and
Mhm.
but I don't know. And I was like, so they're doing the half, and then they were like, no, I think we're going to do the 10K. We've never done the half. We've never done a half, and I don't think we can. And so they trained for the 10K, and I said, I think you can do a half, but I'm not going to rush you. Do whatever you want.
Mhm.
So they were on a 10K training program. So that was Run the Rainbow was like
March 20th. something?
yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, the weekend before, so we do Death by a 5K,
Yeah.
but we have done before, and we brought out again the Death by 10K, which, as you see, Nancy's wearing the shirt because she did Death by 10K before she officially did a 10K
10K.
race.
Okay, so death by 5K is a 5K every 2 hours.
2.5 hours
Every
for
2.5.
24 hours.
So the death by 10K is what?
A 10K every 2.5 hours for 12 hours.
So how many 10Ks did you do?
She did 5.
Did 5.
She did
Oh
5 in a
my.
row.
Wait, hold on.
50K.
31.
In
31
That's-
in
you know,
12 hours.
Matt, that's the kind of dumb stuff we love. It's like,
Isn't that wild?
like we're all about
so
training
you
for
did
it,
a
but also
12-hour 50K.
Yeah.
That's not
Hot.
shabby.
A hot and hard
Yeah.
Oh
12-hour
my.
50K. Because if you think about that runs from RunStrong to Waterwood and back, and there's some hills. There's some hills, and it was abnormally hot that day. That was brutal. That was
So
brutal.
look
to
at
watch.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
yeah.
All right. Well, you just blew right through the half marathon.
Right. And then she did her first official 10K,
10K
the
week
next
after. The week after.
So how did the 10K go?
It was great. I got first in my age group.
Look at there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she had done a 50K the week
Can I
before.
ask what
so
you
the
ran it
10K
in? Not that, I
I
mean, what'd you run it in? An hour?
I think I did that one in an hour and 6 minutes.
That's not bad.
I think it's fantastic.
Not bad at all.
Fantastic.
But isn't it wild? Like you doubt yourself. And you're
Oh, yeah.
But then when you really, that's what's so cool about running is that we really don't know what we're capable of.
Well,
'Cause-
talking about doubting yourself,
Mhm.
when I decided to do the death by 10K, when I hadn't even run one 10K, it was because, and you will tell this story, back to my daughter, who's I hate to tell this story because she's wonderful and she's very supportive. But I was mentioning she was here at Christmas. She lives in Denver. And she and her fiance were here at Christmas. And I mentioned the death by 5K at the time,
Yeah.
and and about wanting to do that. And she was like, Mom, you're in your 60s. You can't do that, and she's a physician. So she knew I had not really had the endurance training to do that. So she was concerned, but she's very supportive. And so she was like, you can't do that. You just can't. And I was like, you know what? I can do that. And
Mhm.
so it was like a challenge at that point, And so after I did it, Claire and everybody's like, you better text your daughter that you did this, and I did. I texted her immediately.
So how many children do you have?
2.
2. And your husband? Tell me a little bit about him. How's he doing through all of this?
He's great. So we're technically, I guess, still newlyweds. We've been married 3 years.
Oh, okay.
And he's been great. He doesn't run, but he's very supportive.
Look, but he hit the jackpot. He's got an active wife.
Right?
Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
her.
Mhm.
That's right.
He's very supportive, and he tells everybody
he should be.
He stays behind to be my emergency contact
Okay.
in case something were to happen. He'll
Has
come
he
get
been
me.
inspired to get out yet?
No,
Not yet.
no.
Wait till you start dragging him out of town to some of these races.
Right? Mm-hmm.
It's coming, probably.
December, he's
Yeah.
going to have to go to the coast with us. And
Yeah. So, but luckily, I've been very fortunate. I have a fantastic little running buddy, Susan. You mentioned Susan, and she's my kind of partner in crime and all these things. We kind of talk each other into doing these crazy things, and we do them together, and it's a lot of fun having a little running buddy.
And Susan did Death by 10K also, but Susan, she only did 3. Only did 3, and we laugh about that because we had talked before, and they had, of course, had concerns. They're like, "You think we can do it? Can do it?" And I always said, the good thing about a death by 5K or a death by 10K is that you can, depending on what your weakness is, it's going to hit you, but it's also accessible. So you are taking the breaks in between, and for
Sure.
somebody who hasn't done something like that, that's gonna force you to get off your feet, eat something, change clothes, and then rest before you go back out. Of course, like that's also the hard part, we know. But
Yeah.
but so we had said many times, we had talked about it, Nancy and Susan and other people who were doing it for the first time, that if you find yourself at a point where you don't think you can go, stop. Nobody cares. Like nobody. This is not some wilderness race where you're out in the middle of nowhere. Like if you don't feel like you need to continue, just stop. Who cares? Not a big deal. It's no pressure. We're just doing this for fun.
Right.
It's all just for fun, and it's a challenge for yourself. And so when I say Susan only did 3, she had never done a 10K, and she did 3 10Ks back to back to back.
Susan, local. How old is Susan?
She's 64.
Where is she? Why isn't she in here?
You only
She
have
works.
3 seats.
No, we could have
Oh yeah,
brought.
she works. The girl's
She
working.
works. She still
Well,
works.
shout out. What's her last name?
Marble, Susan Marble.
Shout out to her.
Look,
man.
I'm telling you,
Wonderful.
Matt, we got a lot of people.
I'm
in
telling you
group
that
are.
that
amazing.
y'all's story's pretty damn cool.
We got a lot of people in the
Really?
RunStrong group, and I always say, like Jeremy and I have always said, it's not us. Like I just try to
Yeah.
like keep everybody, like I try to keep this little environment like protected because
Yeah.
everybody in that group is so welcoming and so
Mhm.
inclusive.
They
And
are.
I always say, and we said this, I think the last time, we are aggressively inclusive. If you're coming into RunStrong, we're
Yeah.
going to be like, hey, what's your name? What you running for? What are you doing? Do you want to come? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Hey, do you want to come run with us? You know,
Yeah.
because we don't care how fast you're going. We don't care.
No.
I usually don't even ask people what's your pace and what's your time. We don't care. We just, even our events, we don't do age group awards for the events that we do. Death by 5K, Death by 10K, Rez Loop. Everybody gets the same thing
Okay.
because we just want everybody to come out
Mhm.
and run.
Well, Nancy
then
would dominate
Everybody,
too.
No.
she does. She does. And Nancy's a beast. But we've got a great group of people who are everybody has just such a good story
Yeah.
about where they started and what they've done. And, you know, you
Yeah.
had Selena and Dina on here. They've
That's
been running with
right.
us for a long time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we've got
Yeah, they're great.
we got a special group of people.
Just to kind of illustrate that, I had been working out at the Y with my precious daughter-in-law,
Mhm.
and so we were getting ready to leave, and it was time for what was it, Hills and
Mhm.
yeah. And so I said, I gotta go. I'm going to Hills and Pizza, and I said, hey, you know what, you want to come? And she said, I don't run. I'd have to walk it, and I'd be embarrassed, walking, and everybody's a runner. And I said, they're wonderful. They're great. They'll love to have you.
Mm-hmm.
And so first she said no, and then she's like, okay, I think I'll go. And she loved it. And I think she's, going to come next time we
Yeah,
do it
Tuesday.
and Tuesday. And everybody was so encouraging to her and so supportive of her. She actually has signed up to do the Gulf Coast 5K,
good.
and
Yeah,
she
that's
wants
right,
to try to run it.
I forgot
So
about that. Mhm.
yeah, so she's, gone from just kind of walking to actually wanting to try to run because everybody was so encouraging of her and supportive of her.
Because of the community.
Yes,
Like you had said.
it is.
It's the community.
It
It's
is.
Pretty
not
cool.
the
Yeah.
I mean the benefits, obviously health benefits, and I think we could do a whole podcast about the benefits of running that
Mhm.
are not just physical.
Did we have any health issues that drove you this way, or?
So, without getting too far into it,
Mhm.
so 5 years ago, there was a very traumatic incident in my life.
Mhm.
Not to me personally, but to a close family member. And I had to retire from work to take care of this family member. And over that time, I wasn't able to exercise. We were like total care for, several years. And I wasn't able to exercise or really get out or do anything. And so, put on some weight over that period of time. And so, I wanted the physical um, benefits of it. But the thing I wasn't expecting was the mental health benefits of it. I had some anxiety following this incident, this traumatic incident that happened. Not a lot. Like I'm not on medication. I didn't want to take anything. Not that there's anything wrong with it. That it's very helpful. I just personally didn't want to take anything, and it's really helped with the anxiety, with my mental health of just having a moment where can clear my head, think about something else, listen to my music, listen to, an audiobook or whatever, and just kind of clear my head and get out there. And I just wasn't expecting the mental health benefits of the running and the community too. That's been helpful just to get out and, you know, have this community of people who support you, have, the friendships and that I've formed in this community, and just, it's just been invaluable.
I nailed it earlier. I did, because you've been a very selfless person.
Mhm. Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that's, isn't it wild? Like,
Uh-huh.
and to a detriment to yourself, somewhat,
Mhm.
right? I mean, because
Yeah.
you're a caregiver,
Mhm.
and and
I think
super
moms in general,
super happy. I mean, yeah,
yeah, moms in general almost
mean,
have to be.
and that's
Mhm.
look there. It's not just your group, the road running, but trail running is exploding with
Mhm.
women.
It's interesting.
Exploding with
She just did
women.
her
I
first trail
just
run.
did a first trail run.
Well, we're gonna start talking about that because when we were talking about the run walk earlier, I was like, oh yeah.
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 But and I think it's about, we spend so much time getting wrapped up with our careers, with our
Mhm.
jobs, with our, and we forget, and so now you're taking time, and it's good for you, but also too, because you're such a caregiver and you want to make sure that everybody else around you is okay. I think it's important that you realize what you're doing, coming on this podcast, talking about your story, other people see that, and
Mhm.
it's inspiring. Your
Thank you.
daughter-in-law, or
Yes. Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm
I
very
mean, people
proud of
see
her.
it,
Yeah.
and they're like, I want some of that,
Mhm.
and it's a big deal.
Well,
So,
thank you.
hats off to you, and and Claire, that's just more what you guys are doing. Obviously, is working, and that's what's really cool. You see, the residual effect of it.
Oh
So,
yeah. Like I said, that's the fun part.
so with all that being said, so what are we doing now? Are we signed up for? I mean, what are we
We're
doing?
doing the Rez Loop
The Rez
challenge.
Loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
What's your longest run been so far?
a 10K.
Just
so-
6 miles at a time.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, for
yes,
this training, yes.
That's
So-
6.2 is
So
the
you've
longest.
capped at about 6
Well,
miles.
okay, except for the 50K that she did.
No, I understand. I
Lest
under-
we not
But
forget.
there's breaks. There's breaks.
But
in
there's
between
breaks there, but-
Yeah.
But there's breaks in Rez Loop too. So you could stop.
Correct.
So Rez Loop,
Well, there's breaks in all runs.
Correct.
Whatever you
True.
want.
that's
True.
why I hesitate to say you can't walk, because I'm fine with walking.
That's right.
But,
Oh, I'll be walking.
right, yes, absolutely. It's going to be
Especially
hot.
that one on the jetty when you're out there and you're
It's
totally
hot,
exposed
yeah.
right there.
Yeah. on
That's
the-
tough.
Yeah, I need to. One of the things tomorrow night I was going to talk to Claire about is strategy. Like, do I just try to do a slow pace the whole time? Or do I run walk? I'm just going to talk to her about strategy for doing this, because that'll be almost double the distance that I've run at one
Mhm.
time, without taking
Did
it.
we say that was a 12-mile loop?
It's
Right.
11.
11.
So it's almost double.
So
6.2 is
what are you thinking about doing? You just see how it goes?
I'm going to see how far I can go before, but I think, like I said, I was going to talk to Claire tomorrow night, just
Mhm.
maybe a slower pace, maybe.
Yeah.
Try
So the
to,
Rez Loop will
'cause it's-
it starts right there in the parking lot,
Mhm.
and then you
6
go
a.m.
towards 471. Is that
Mhm.
correct?
Correct.
So
Yep.
we're going. That would be counterclockwise, right? Okay. On
Yes.
the loop.
I
Okay.
have to think about it.
Okay. So, is there going to be water out there?
No, it's self-supported.
Totally self-supported.
You can. A lot of people will, on the backside of the res, will
yeah.
go put
A
a
cooler.
cooler
Oh, okay.
and some water in a cooler. There's like that parking lot right there. I call it the Big Bertha Hill right after Fox Bay. They'll go
That's
put
right.
a cooler out there with some water, but no, it is self-supported.
I don't know if I'm going to take a pack or.
Yeah, a lot of people will wear a vest or a
Mhm.
kind of pack and put water out there. And there's water fountains on the loop.
Are they working?
Well, that's the question.
Yeah.
Like they could work today and not work tomorrow, because that recently happened.
Yeah, I know on the Madison side, some of the water fountains aren't
Mhm.
working.
Yeah. So I always just tell people it's self-supported. Bring your own hydration.
But at
your
the
own
start finish, you guys will have
food going,
okay. What are we-
water, Gatorade,
Okay, very
the
cool.
usual.
And it
popsicles.
starts at 6 this
6
coming up
a.m.
Saturday.
Yep.
All right.
So that we can be home at a decent time.
Sure. And
We get, we do these, we got to laugh because we do 24-hour events, 24-hour
Yeah.
events. And that's a Friday night packet pickup, Saturday morning, and then all day Saturday through Sunday. And then pick up and pack everything up, usually at a location.
yeah.
And so that's exhausting for us. And so for this 12 hours, even Death by 10K, we're like, man, we're going to get to go home and eat dinner at home and sleep in my own bed. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like, is this like basically a 5K for us to put on? Like, so yeah, we'll have stuff going all day, and, people will be sitting outside and afterwards cheering for people coming in. And it's always a fun day,
Pretty cool.
but it will be hot. It will be hot.
I
it'll be a
haven't
warm
looked
day.
at the weather. Is it going to rain?
I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
want to know. We're rain or shine, unless there's obviously like bad
Yeah,
weather.
lightning or something like that.
We will not run. But I mean, if you're on the backside of the loop and it starts lightning, you just take cover.
Yeah, do what you can. All right.
Saturday. Oh, it does look like it's gonna rain, but
Er-
it'll change by then.
Yeah. So you've got this. You're planning on doing at least a loop.
Yes.
3 loops would be an ultra.
Hmm.
What do you got planned after that? Have we started planning out?
Yes.
You mentioned the Gulf Coast.
Right. So I'm doing big bets.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Just the Just the fun run.
What is that?
The 25K fun run.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, right. They call that the fun run.
Right, exactly.
So, all right. So is that 2 loops? That would be 2 loops, I guess.
Yes,
Yes.
it
Okay.
is. Yeah, because I think it's 7.5.
Yeah.
Each loop is
Have you
7.
done any trail running?
I've done Kick Up the Dust.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Very cool.
that was my first one.
When did you do that?
It was back in April, I think.
So you just did it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How far did you go on that one?
I just did the 4K
Okay.
because it was my very first trail
What'd you think
run.
about that?
I loved it. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
Trail running is pretty cool.
it was fun.
because it's just different, right?
Yeah, it was funny because I took the little free trail running class they had,
Yeah.
and and I remember like the first meeting, and they were saying, you know, you will fall, you
Yeah.
know, you might get hurt, so you need to be sharing your location because you may lay there for hours.
Yeah.
You may see, venomous snakes and critters, and I'm thinking,
Why am I
why
doing
am
this?
I
This?
what
Yeah.
what is this? What have I signed up for? So,
And
but
then
it was
you
a
get
lot of
out
fun.
there, and then you get out there, and you're
Yeah,
like,
it was a
"Oh,
lot
this
of
is
fun.
beautiful." Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of I mean, you've obviously done it, but jumping over stuff, and it was
Sure.
fun. That was fun.
Did
Just
you
like
fall?
no,
Okay.
but I just did the 4K. So I
Okay.
started
It's just different because
small.
when you're out there running, especially like this weekend at the Rez
Mhm.
Loop, you'll probably your stride will be longer. You'll get into a rhythm and you're going straight ahead. But then
Yeah.
when you're on the trail, you have to pick your feet up.
Yes.
You need to look down.
Yes, they did tell us that too.
You
Like
better look down
yes,
or
yes, you have to,
you'll eat it.
which is crazy because when you run on the road, you're looking out,
Mm-hmm.
and so you're looking down, and I would look up and be like, oh, I lost the trail.
Where are you?
Yeah, where am I? Because
Mm-hmm.
we ran a few times with the group,
Mm-hmm.
and so we were kind of following them, and I was looking down and looked up, and I didn't see him anywhere. I was like, where'd they go?
Well,
So
very cool.
And
very
it's not
cool.
always obvious where to go.
I know it was fun, and so I wear a stability shoe
Mm-hmm.
when I road run, and so when I was getting trail shoes, that's my husband got me trail shoes for my birthday. So
Very
he's
nice.
very supportive, and he's like, you need some trail shoes, and so when I went to get them, I wanted stability ones because I run in stability, and they're like, oh no, you don't want stability shoe on a trail run. You want to be able to maneuver and run and maneuver your ankles and stuff. You don't want a stability shoe for trail running.
What did you get for your trail shoe?
I ended up with the Brooks Makes a Trail
Okay.
shoe. Trail. I think it was the glycerin. They have a
Mhm.
trail glycerin,
Okay.
but I usually run in adrenaline.
Very nice.
So
All right, so you got big butts, 25K,
yes,
which will be 15, 16 miles, something like
yes,
that.
and then Death by 5K in August.
So you got
Okay.
in.
Got
Yes,
in.
yeah, yeah. And then Susan, my running partner in crime. We're gonna do the half at Gulf Coast.
So is that your A race?
Yes,
Okay. When is that?
December.
Okay. I
Around
know it's
middle
around.
December.
I know it's
Mhm.
around the Memphis Marathon.
Yeah, they're usually.
It's
I
around
think
there.
they usually do 2 separate weekends
Okay.
if they can, but
Yeah.
Rocket City's always around there.
Is it?
I think
There's
it's
a
the
lot
same
of races.
time.
It may, yeah, I think
Rocket
it is.
City and Gulf Coast are the same date.
Are they?
But
Uh,
Or
so
no, wait. One's Saturday, one's Sunday.
I
isn't
think so.
Oh,
Because
it
people
is?
do that double thing
Okay.
and hop on the
Yeah.
bus.
Oh wow.
That's like who
Oh, yeah.
does Patrick Weldon? and them?
Probably.
Yeah, he's always
I was
like
thinking,
hopping
who
on a
does really
bus.
dumb
Yeah.
stuff? Patrick
Yeah.
Weldon.
All right, so half marathon in December,
Yes.
and that's where we're at this point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah.
So
You'll-
we're doing. She's doing.
It's going to get out of control.
Oh,
I
I know.
can see it in your
It
eyes.
already is.
Well,
I
I
can
mean,
see
she's
it.
already done a death by 10K before she did a death by 5K, which she's got
Uh-huh.
signed up, which is before her half marathon. And so, like, she's got the bug for sure. Like I said, it's fun to watch.
Who's your? Don't say who, but what's the age range that you guys coach
Gosh,
members out there?
we have a lot. We have a big age range, but
Mhm.
I would say most of our people. We got some 30s. Most people, we got a couple of 30-something-year-olds,
Mhm.
and then up into 40s, 50s, 60s. Maybe early 70s. People, I'm
Mhm.
not gonna ask their age.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have we're not the kids. We're adults.
Well, if
We're grown-ups.
my unprofessional opinion, but I have seen, I've been around. Your age is right there.
Right.
You're
Mhm.
not. You've got a lot more time to go.
And I think
If you're ever questioning, like
Mhm.
oh,
how,
for sure.
How much longer
oh
can
no,
I do
you're right.
this?
You're right
Yeah.
in the wheelhouse.
I totally agree.
You're right in the
Because
wheelhouse.
we have a lot of people in 50s and 60s, and that's where we have the women that we have are almost always this age range. And I think it's because when you're like my age, or because I'm very young at
Mhm.
43, but when you're like my age or younger and you have young children, it's hard to find childcare.
Yeah.
And we don't have any, we don't offer any childcare. So you have to have childcare and somebody supported
Mhm.
that will take the kids. And that's hard to carve out that time. So I see people, a lot of women, once they get, older,
Mhm.
but once they get older, and then that's when they really can hit their stride in focusing on themselves and doing something like training for a big race and having them, there are these
Mhm.
big goals that are just for them. And I think it's like I said, it's definitely that age
You're
group. It's
in
fun
that
to
sweet
watch.
spot, and you deserve it.
Correct.
Because like we said earlier, you have spent the last, 40 years, doing things for other people. Now it's your turn,
Thank
right?
you. Thank you.
So it was Monday, just a couple days ago, they had the Cocodona lottery
Yeah.
for next year.
Mm-hmm.
So David Tosh, you know David Tosh? He's the race promoter for Southeastern Trail. He's the one who puts on the Endless Mile.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
puts
Mhm.
on
I was saying that name sounds familiar.
he puts on
Not
Lake
Daniel Tosh.
Lake Martin.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
He also does Southern States.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he got into Cocodona and he's 76.
Wow.
He's the oldest participant he got in.
Wow.
The youngest was 15, I think.
He's the oldest participant that got in this year?
Yeah,
Or the oldest?
He's the oldest that got
What's
in
the
this.
oldest that's done it?
I don't know. There was a guy that was 81, but he withdrew from the lottery.
Oh,
But whenever they pulled David, they said he was the oldest person in the
that's cool.
lottery.
That's
And he's from
awesome.
Yes.
Alabama. So,
We've had 2 people do death by 5K that are 81.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. One of them walked the whole time, but another guy, I would have thought he was in his 60s, at least, if not 50s.
Yeah. I know the Mutts events, there's several people in their 70s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Several. So, don't think that are you still doing Orange Theory?
Yes.
That's
She's
good.
a beast.
No, I mean, I'm sounding like a know-it-all, but I'm not. But I will say, I think as we get older, and I'm in my 50s, so as we get older, I think it's important that we lift, not just
Mhm.
cardio, but we need to lift. Muscle mass is very important, especially as we get older, because if you start losing that, then that's when other problems will start. So I think what you're doing for yourself now is really good. So, and I think it's very inspiring. Super cool,
Thank
man.
you.
Super cool. I can't wait to start really doing more trail runs.
So I just did a little chat GPT. The oldest finisher of the Cocodona 250 is Terry Gardier
Uh-huh.
at age 73.
There it
Oh,
is.
so
Ooh, so
Daniel will be the oldest. And if he
David.
is it Daniel?
Or Daniel or David?
David
David.
Tosh.
He'll be the oldest if he.
Yeah, he did Moab 240, I think 2 years ago.
Cool.
He didn't finish it, but he was out there.
But
so.
still to just go
Wow.
out there.
Yep, pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
when you start trail running, it's going to be we're going
We're going to be sitting here talking
we're going to
about
get nuts.
my friend Nancy doing Cocodona.
One of the things, Susan and I, 2 things that we're kind of playing around with for next year is doing puppy dog for mutts. That's one of the things that we,
So I'm assuming you follow Mutts and you're a member or whatever. Or
no, I'm not.
but you're following them.
But
Somewhat.
yeah, you've done
Little
some
bit.
months races
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the community is all over, and I know
That's
a lot of the Mutts members are RunStrong folks, and I think it's a good balance. So this year is my 20-year anniversary of running my first marathon.
Oh, cool.
Coming up in
Aw.
December.
Yeah.
So I'm working with my coach we're going to start doing more road running, and I want to go back and I'm probably going to do St. Jude again, because that was my first marathon with St.
Oh, cool.
Jude.
Oh,
Jeremy's first.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go back and do that in December. So we're starting to train for that, which would be fun, which would be hard because running faster.
Right. Totally different.
Yeah, it's totally
different from trails.
Ugh. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Thank you.
All right, so Rez Loop's coming up this weekend.
This weekend, 6 a.m. to
and
6
you got
p.m.
50 people in it.
We got 50 people right now, and we're still open. So
Still open.
you can sign up for
Isn't it like
packet pickup.
$55 or something like $50? Well, how much was
55.
it? Okay.
Yep, packet pickup.
That's not bad.
Friday afternoon, you can come sign up.
Yeah.
We cannot guarantee a shirt or a medal. Yeah, but I mean, we did
You gonna order
bump
pizza?
the medals. No, we're not doing pizza, but
What
we
are we
do cook
doing?
all day. So I said it was
What is on the menu?
self-supported. I don't know, whatever we scrounge up.
Uh-huh.
I know pancakes and bacon. Usually we
There
do.
it is.
Oh yeah, quesadillas or grilled cheese or
Yeah.
good.
See, that's the cool thing about
Mhm.
trail running. It's all about the
It's the
food.
food.
Yeah.
Oh, there was great food at Kick Up the Dust.
Yeah,
It was really good.
So when I say it's self-supported, I mean when you're on the loop,
Yeah.
you're bringing your own water and your own nutrition out there. But when you come back, we have a spread. We'll always have
What sports drink are we using?
Gatorade,
Okay. that's
just
fine.
the standard Gatorade.
I like, look, you
I like
can't.
it.
Yeah, there it is.
And it's kind of one of those things if like you have a very specific need, if you're gluten
So-
free or if you
Mhm.
can't do Gatorade or something. Most people know at this point you need to bring your own.
Mhm.
You need to be prepared. But we have stuff at RunStrong from HQ.
So when I was at Cocodona, I had been taking Tailwind for
Mhm.
a couple days, and I told Brooke, I was like, "Can I just have straight Gatorade?" And so they went to the store and just bought like orange Gatorade,
Yeah.
and I was just craving.
Yeah.
Um,
Classic.
yeah. So all right. So you have that coming up, and then
That's 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on
And-
Saturday. And so we'll do packet pickup Friday afternoon at RunStrong. Saturday morning probably starts at 5:15.
Daniel, what are you doing Saturday?
Running Rez Loop.
I'm gonna be here.
Are you really all day
Yeah.
long?
Not all day.
Oh,
Just
Well,
in
you
the
can come
morning.
out.
well,
Come
come
out.
by there.
And we always a lot of times during the day, people who may not be running it will come out and they'll stop by and cheer and drink a beer or whatever.
Or at least honk at the people as you
At least
drive
honk.
by them.
Yeah, I might.
We'll
You'll see 'em
definitely.
out there running.
There's
do that.
always some, on the Let's Talk Flowwood page and stuff. They'll be like, "What's going on out there?"
Uh-huh.
Especially for Death by 5K. They'll
They're
be like,
so obnoxious
They're,
sometimes.
they're like,
My
what is going on?
gosh.
What are all these people out here? One
Yeah.
year it was they're displaced from Katrina.
Oh,
One
wow.
year was
Really?
yeah. One year was it's tornado evacuees or something. We're like, no, these are just dumb runners
All right.
doing dumb fun stuff.
So the next event that you guys will have,
Well-
you guys have a $5 5K
So
thing.
so we have Rez Loop this week,
Mm-hmm.
this Saturday. Tuesday is our Hills and Pizza, which is what you were talking about. That's great. That's free.
Is that once a month?
Once a month, come out to Soulshine and Flowwood, and we will start in the parking lot together.
Yeah.
And then we'll run across the street together, and we'll do a warm up. I'll give you a workout, and I'll give you options. So a lot of times, if it's somebody on our training plan, I'll be like, here's what you're doing.
Yeah.
But here's some other options for other people. But you are doing 4 at this, or whatever, this effort, 6 at this effort. But then we'll say there's also, a lot of times it's people who are new to running or just walking and are just getting into some kind of fitness journey. And so we always have like a range for that. So that's totally free. Come do the workout, and then we go inside and we all sit around together and eat pizza and
Sure.
drink beer and talk more about running usually. And then that's always fun. That's a fun one. And then we have a track workout. I think it's the next Tuesday night. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you, Nancy.
So you guys
I
are
did the
doing.
calendar
How
yesterday.
often are y'all doing the track workouts?
Once a month during the summer.
Okay, and that's at Jackson Prep.
That's at Jackson Prep.
Is that open?
Yeah, it's open for anybody, free for anybody. Same
Okay.
same
Anybody wants to
concept.
show up?
Anybody that wants to show up, just show up,
Mhm.
and we do a warm up, and I give you a workout.
Mhm.
And like I said, I have a lot of times our people will have a specific workout,
Mhm.
and then I'll have other options, and then we'll just kind of talk about it. And I think that's really good because a lot of people are intimidated by. Well, I think people in general are intimidated by running groups
Mhm.
because running groups can be kind of cliquish, and they can be kind of like
Well, if you don't know, you don't know.
if you don't know. But even sometimes there are people who are purposely kind of I mean, like,
Mm.
not always friendly. And so I've
Mhm.
heard a lot of people say, well, we tried this and that, and we just felt like we didn't belong there. And everybody belongs with us. Everybody.
Mhm.
So we will welcome you, anybody, any pace, any size, anybody at all. Anyway, so for the track workout, I think, like I said, a track workout can be intimidating, and then it's really just running in a circle. That's it. So we'll give you a workout, and we'll run in a circle. We always have Capri Suns after
Mm.
and some cold towels, and we do that during the summer months. And then, like, from the time change, so like usually March through October, and then the $5 5K.
You're doing that once a month.
We do that once a month, same time through the spring and summer. And that is it's no pressure 5K. So
Yeah.
we usually have a timing clock out there. We just did one this past week for the American
right.
Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Which was fun. I showed up.
I know, I saw that. I was
Yeah,
out of town,
was
but
fun.
that was really cool. Our friend
Uh-huh.
Chris, who used to do all the $5 5Ks, she came in and led that one. She was the
Yeah.
chaos coordinator for that one. But
Uh-huh.
but that was a great one, and that was somebody brought this guy brought this Jeep
Yeah.
that he has decked out, and he did this on his own dime. I tried to share all the information that I could, but in his tag says "You are enough," and I just thought
Mhm.
that was so cool.
Mhm.
Anyway, so that was I like the $5 5K when I can, for it to be for like a cause that's meaningful to people, and so this one I think was great. A lot of stories were shared, and I think a lot of people took a lot from that night.
Mhm.
So I think that was awesome. So that was for May. If you weren't there, you missed it. But for June, one that, for your sister, our own Kathy Clem is the director of the Good Samaritan Center.
Mhm.
And so the $5 5K this month is for the Good Samaritan Center.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that'll be on June. Do you know, Nancy? I just shared.
I know the $5 5Ks really help. But
Mhm.
last episode, we had Shane Adams and Bernie Brenneman from BMX Magridge. And I was talking about having you guys on coming up. And he had mentioned, Shane did. He was like, yeah, they did a $5 5K for us.
So,
And that really, I think it helped them. And he was like, I got to get back with him.
Yeah,
And
come
I
on.
think he wants to do it again.
So we started, Jeremy and I started coaching with Stinky Feet.
Yeah.
We talked about that last time, long time ago. And Stinky Feet started the $5 5K.
Yeah.
And so when Stinky Feet closed, then Chris Alexander picked it up. She had Runnable at the time, and she picked it up and did the $5 5K, and she did an amazing job at it. And then eventually she was in school, and she had a daughter that was in school, and she was like, I've got to stop. I'm just getting burned out, because it's a lot. It's a lot of work. I think people don't realize how much work it is to put on a race of any size until they do it. So it was a lot of work, and she was doing a lot with it. And so she was like, do y'all want to take it? And at that point, I had just quit my full-time job to work full-time with RunStrong and Death by 5K. And I was like, yeah, we'll take it over. So it's kind of like, it's like our baby that, like, we kind of like protect, but it's also, like I said, it's a problem child. It's a lot of work, but it does a lot of good. And so I think Chris must have done one before for them, but I don't remember it. But I think we've got this year's schedule. So Good Samaritan, that's the 18th, I think, whatever that Thursday is, the Good Samaritan Center. And so I just yesterday on the event shared a list of the items they need for their pantry.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to bring those, you can bring those.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Kathy will be there, and she'll take those with her straight back to Good Sam. I love Good Sam because they are working with families now on providing support, security. They work with food, get food to people who need it. I mean, like, I just think they're doing amazing things. So I'm so happy to support them. We've got a couple other ones lined up through the end of the year. So we'll be working on those, and I try to share those as I get them lined up.
And then you've got Death by 5K all over the country.
All over the country.
That's wild.
And we're looking to expand. If you want to expand, you know of a location, to all the listeners, go to, because we have all the time people say, come to North Dakota, come to here. And that is very kind, but not very helpful.
Do you have one in Colorado?
Not yet. But I mean, obviously 1,000 people want
What about Arizona?
But wait, hold please.
All right.
Go to www.deathby5k.com. There is a place where it has a submission for locations. And what is really helpful, if somebody will say, come to this town or this city, here's a park that has a 5K route and camping and parking and blah, 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 and gives us options that we can therefore
Yeah.
go scout, because it's hard for us just to look at a state and say, where can we do a Death by 5K?
Sure.
So we have a lot of people ask, and I always tell them, go to the website, actually submit it. We do look at it. We have done Death by 5K locations based on submissions from people. Yeah. So
And the one here in Brandon,
mhm.
and when is that?
August 24th. Is that right,
Okay.
Nancy?
Somewhere
Nancy
around
obviously
there.
keeping up with the dates. I looked at all this
And it's
yesterday, but the
sold
dates
out.
bang around in my head. Yeah, it's
And what the cap you don't remember?
I don't remember.
Like 200 people?
No, this one's small. We have to. Most of them are bigger, but this one we have to keep pretty small because of the parking situation and because of just the location. We've got some neighbors that don't like us to take up space. I think the cap is
get it.
75.
You want to be neighborly.
Yeah.
75 people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway, so we have to limit that one.
Yeah.
The rest of them, I mean, the biggest one we have, I think, is Tulsa. Probably that's 300.
Oh my.
Yeah, so they get big and they sell out. So
Isn't it
yeah,
wild?
this one, like I said, this one sold out. I think too, for Death by 5K, what's happened is a lot of people. We have people now who are starting to travel to multiples,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to come back and do the original.
Mm.
And so, we've been doing this for 11 years now, and it's sold out just about every year. But I think we increased it this year, and then we've got a lot of people. A lot of our usuals, our local friends and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
were like, I still got to sign up for Death by 5K. I'm like, oof.
Yeah,
I
I think
know.
Kathy, my sister, was talking about it.
She
wanted
was,
to-
and I told her,
she
I was
can't
like,
get in.
not only, and we usually try to like save some space for
Sure.
our members.
Mhm.
Our members always get a discount, and then they get
Mhm.
priority on all of our events.
Mhm.
And so we tried to save some space for some of our members, and then also like Kathy, and then also for like our friends, people who have done it before. And I'm like, we're capped out at
Done.
that. Those people are capped out.
So Death by 5K, and then that's kind of your schedule.
Oh, it's always Death by 5K.
I mean,
once a month.
but that's as far as events. That's what we've got.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, if we want people listening that are interested in joining a training group or running gym, they can always go to RunStrong. You
Yeah.
guys are
Mhm.
online.
Yeah. Facebook, Instagram.
Mhm.
Send us a message.
Yep.
Contact us. We'd love to have you. I
Pretty
just
cool.
met with a guy last night who's just signing up, who's joining.
Really?
Yeah.
How many
and he's-
members do you have?
The man, it fluctuates.
Is it?
30-ish, I would say.
Drop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, because it fluctuates. Because
Is
sometimes
it a contract or is it
No,
month
it's
by
month
month?
to month.
Oh, okay.
Some
That's not a
people-
bad deal.
Mhm.
No, you can quit.
And we
you can
talked
cancel.
about this. It's pretty cheap.
59.
50
month.
Daniel? It's $55 a month.
24-hour access to the gym.
59.
3 workouts
You
a week.
spend that I spend it at Cups.
Personal.
You
Yeah,
too
right.
spend it.
I do. I-
Hey, Matt.
It's a little silly what I spend at Cups.
We have a coffee pot, so you could
Ah.
just trade for. It's the same thing, right?
Helen and Tiffany, when they had the Cocodona wrap-up party for me, they got me a gift card to Cups. I've been wearing that thing out.
They got you a $4,000
It was
gift
20
card,
Right.
It was
and it
25
lasted
bucks.
you 2 weeks.
It's 25
Right.
bucks. I think I got $7 left on it. Yeah, my coffee addiction. Stupid. I
Have
know.
coffee. I mean, I get it.
Well,
I make my own.
I'm pumped. I'm excited for Nancy.
It can be a good
We're gonna
one.
a year from now. Do we want to predict where she's gonna be?
Oh,
It's gonna get
my
silly.
favorite. Well, though,
Full
no,
marathon,
because
I think, is
oh, yeah,
definitely on the
she's
table.
already talking about
I know
that.
she's
yeah.
gonna do
a
a
full
full next year.
marathon.
But usually,
But we got to figure out which one.
the progression is always like
you need to
you
get
do,
in the Chicago
you do this
lottery.
and you do that, then you do a full marathon. You do a Death by 5K, and like she already did the hard stuff. Like so,
Where
like
are you? Are you from here?
I'm from Bay Springs, which
Okay.
is out north of
Coast.
Laurel.
Okay. Lewin? Do you hang out in
Yes.
Lewin? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
How did you know about Lewin?
I just know the area. I just know the area. So I'm in the bingo business.
Okay.
I've been doing charitable bingo for 30-something years. And Good Samaritan actually has a fundraising bingo in Laurel.
Okay.
So, yeah, that whole area over there. And then I went to high school with a girl whose family was from Lewin. Yeah, so,
random.
yeah, it's very
Mhm.
random.
Yes.
Well, very cool. I'm super excited for you.
Thank you.
Very inspiring.
Thank you.
I
Thanks
think
for having me.
Yeah, I
This
think
is
it's
nice.
awesome, and I know a lot of people when they start getting to our age, they started, well, you need to be careful. And I mean, no kidding. I mean, we understand this, but at the same time, we don't want to just slow down. You want to lift. You
You
need
gotta
to
keep moving.
you need to lift heavy,
Right.
and you need to move as we get older. Don't lose that muscle mass. And you need to keep doing what you're doing. I have a lot of friends that are, our age, older than you, that are just getting it. Rick Yelverton is one. He's a doctor, and he's right at 70. He's doing a lot of long distance stuff in great shape. So good for you,
Thank you.
and I'm super happy for you. You deserve it. And Claire, what you're doing is just awesome. You and
you.
Jeremy,
Thanks.
providing this platform for people to hop in. Very cool
Mhm.
stuff. We're going to start wrapping it up. Do we have any recommends? Did we
Oh.
talked about this?
And
Do you have anything you want to
Oh.
recommend?
Mhm.
Nancy,
I could give you some advice that my son gave me
please.
before.
Let's hear.
It's kind of off color.
That's the best guy.
So the best two things. The best advice I ever got. One was from Claire. I had a training program, which was towards a goal, and one time I didn't do the program, and I came back in and I said, I just kind of walked because I have a race coming up, and she's like, that race is not your goal. Your goal is this over here. And it was just like an aha moment for me. Like, because I was treating these little races that are fun, and important, as the goal, but it wasn't the goal. It was the bigger picture. And so I was focusing on the wrong thing. So that was helpful. And the other one was right before I did the Death by 10K, I was drinking a cup of coffee, and my son came down to see me off. And I was pouring a second cup of coffee, and I started drinking. He goes, Mom, I wouldn't have that second cup of coffee. You're going to poop your pants. But he didn't say poop, and I was like, oh, okay. So that was the second best advice I ever got was don't drink that second cup of coffee before a race. So,
He'll
but
go out there and
yeah, he's like,
lose a sock on the
yeah,
trail.
exactly.
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, that's good advice.
Good
Yes,
advice.
Thank you, Nancy.
Well, it is what it is,
Claire, do you got anything you want to recommend?
No.
No, really?
I know,
I'm
I'm
glad y'all thought about this.
I know. I'm sorry. Look,
Did you get
saw,
the text
Did
about...
you see me walk in? I didn't even have my shoes tied. We just
Oh,
got back
my.
in from Iowa yesterday at like 4 p.m. I had to do
Okay.
the training group last night. Met with a
Oh,
new
yeah.
member. Got
Mhm.
home. I'm all discombobulated. My eye was twitching. Did you see it? I mean,
Yeah, but those ears,
But the
ears
ears-
The ears were perfect.
That's right.
The ears were perfect.
right.
calm yourself.
I guess my recommend would be is not this weekend, but next is June 12th is the start of the Tahoe 200. Cocodona, Nancy, is a race that takes place early May. It's in Arizona. It's a 250-mile race. A lot of
see.
people follow it. It gets
Mhm.
that has really grown
Recently.
Yeah, it just happened a month
But
ago.
like, I feel like this following has increased in the last few
Oh,
years.
it's been nuts.
Exploded.
It's been
Mhm.
nuts, and how all of that's grown. Non-runners are following it. It's been pretty neat. Well, in a couple weeks is Tahoe 200. It's another big one. It's a 200-mile race out at Lake Tahoe in Nevada and California out there. A local guy, Jackson Wolf, he's running it. So I would recommend anybody's interested, follow him on that. Very interesting. He'll probably do very well in it. Yeah, the Tahoe 200 is on June 12th, I think.
I have a recommend.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Zed Thompson, has he been in here?
Zed came in.
Okay,
Zed
so
was like he was probably about a year ago. He
Yeah.
came in with David and Jody.
right. So he owns Center Space. It's a awesome new place it's been open for about 8 months maybe in Jackson, right at Ridgewood and 25. And they have a community cold plunge and sauna. He built this huge sauna, and he's got 3 cold plunges. And every Sunday at 3:30, it's completely free. You can come and do cold plunges.
Oh, wow.
And Zed is an ultra runner, so runners and people like that.
Don't they do like a couple mile run and then they
Yeah,
do that?
Yeah,
on
there's a group
Sundays?
that does that. Yeah,
What's the name of this?
Center Space.
Center Space.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow.
it's awesome.
Zed Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you gotten into cold plunge or anything like that?
No.
I was doing cold plunge sauna or sauna cold plunge, pretty good.
It's life changing.
As we get
Absolutely
older,
life-changing.
It's
Nancy,
important.
it is.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting a cold plunge sauna at the house.
You
That's
should.
cool.
I priced them.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting a little silly.
It is ridiculous.
Have you looked at getting one for the
We have a friend who owns a running store in Iowa and Waterloo. Shout out to the Runners Flat. We love them. And he was trying to convince us that we should get one. He has a friend or something.
Yeah.
And we were like, it's just stupid how much they cost. And they're phenomenal. But that's a lot to maintain.
It is.
We don't have a very big space.
I'm thinking about it, but
We used to have a cryo spa.
Oh,
in
you guys did?
RunStrong. We
I
did.
didn't know
It
that.
wasn't ours. A friend of ours, when we opened RunStrong, she
Uh-huh.
opened the cryo spa with it. And it was
Yeah.
cool.
I'm
it
more
was
of
cool.
a fan of the cold plunge.
Oh, no, I agree. But it's
Yeah.
a lot to maintain. A
Yeah.
lot, especially on a commercial level.
Well, Center Space was Zed.
Center
I need to
Space,
get
that's
Zed
cool.
back in here.
Yeah.
I
That's
do.
He's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole place. I was there.
You said on where is it?
It's
You
like
said Briarwood and 25.
no. Ridgewood and 25. It's at. Hold on, let me pull it up here.
Ridgewood Road and
Right where that McDonald's is.
Right. Yeah, on that Center Space, Jackson.
I think where in the hell you're talking?
It is at.
Like there's a McDonald's on the corner.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
like back in
Behind.
there. It's a house
Okay.
that he converted into.
Huh.
And of course, the internet's not working right now.
I need
so.
to look him up. So,
That's cool.
all right. Well, ladies,
Well, thank you for having
super
me.
awesome coming
Yeah.
in. Good luck this Saturday.
Thank you.
You 2 loops, maybe.
I'm gonna try to do 2. Yeah.
You got 12 hours.
I know.
Nancy's going to end up
time.
doing like 4 loops.
Next year, I bet she will.
All right. So, what do I have coming up? I think I'm going to have Cedric and Ari from Soul City Cycle, guys.
Cool.
Their summer sizzle is coming up in
Okay.
July. And then also Ronnie Chaney. You guys familiar with Chaney?
Mhm. Yeah,
I didn't real his story's pretty interesting.
I've heard bits of it. So I'm
Yeah, he
looking
was a
forward to
big
that one.
skateboarder, but I
Mhm.
didn't know he was like a semi-pro like BMX
Oh,
dude
wow.
Mhm.
back in the day. So I might get him in. So anyway, but yeah, we got some shows lined up. We're getting there. And but again, thank you ladies for coming in.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having us.
Have fun this
Enjoyed it.
weekend, and
Thank
I
you.
look forward
Thanks.
to seeing y'all then.
Thank you.
Awesome.
See
We'll
you
talk to you
Saturday.
guys later.